If you enjoy videos like this, subscribe to the channel before the video starts. The space station floated silently in the black void, orbiting a distant, frozen planet. Its metal walls were cold, and the lights flickered weakly, casting long shadows along the empty corridors. Inside, a lone human explorer named Alex moved carefully, every step echoing through the abandoned hallways. The station had been silent for years, and yet tonight, Alex could feel a strange presence. A whisper came from the darkness. Silence, human. Alex froze. The voice was soft, almost like a thought inside his own head. He looked around, but the corridor was empty. The hum of the station's machinery seemed louder now, and every shadow danced unnaturally along the walls. Alex's heart beat faster. He had been trained for the unknown, but something about this place felt alive, watching. His flashlight flickered as he stepped toward a large, sealed door at the end of the corridor. Strange symbols, glowing faintly in a blue light, covered its surface. Curiosity overcame fear. He reached out and touched the cold metal. The door hissed open, revealing a room bathed in soft, dim light. In the center stood a single bed, neatly made, as if someone or something was waiting. A figure sat on the edge of the bed, its body shadowed, its face hidden. The moment Alex stepped in, the air grew colder. The whispers returned, closer now, more insistent. There's only one bed. You will share it with me. Alex swallowed hard. He took another step forward, his eyes fixed on the figure. It did not move, but he could feel it. Watching. Waiting. The shadows seemed to stretch across the floor, reaching toward him. Every instinct screamed for him to run, but his feet remained frozen. The figure leaned forward slightly, and the dim light caught a glimpse of eyes, strange, glowing, and deep, like stars trapped in darkness. The voice came again, but this time, Alex heard it clearly, not just in the air, but inside his mind. Do not fear. You are here for a reason. A sudden metallic clang echoed from somewhere behind him. Alex jumped, his flashlight swinging wildly, illuminating nothing but empty walls. He turned back to the bed. The figure had not moved, yet the feeling of its presence grew stronger. It was as if the room itself was alive, breathing, waiting for him to make a choice. Alex took a slow step closer. He could see the edges of the figure now. Its form was humanoid, but not human. Smooth, shadowy skin, faint light beneath its surface, and eyes that seemed to pierce his very soul. The air around them vibrated softly, carrying whispers that Alex could barely understand, fragments of words, emotions, and warnings. The explorer's mind raced. Who or what was this? And why was the voice so certain he must share the bed? Every instinct told him to leave, yet something inside urged him to stay. To understand. To survive. The shadows grew longer. The whispers louder. You will share it with me, the voice repeated. Alex's hand trembled as he reached toward the bed. The room seemed to hold its breath. And then, the screen of his helmet flickered, showing a shadow moving behind the figure. Something unseen, waiting, watching. The screen cut to black. Alex stood frozen at the edge of the bed, his breath misting in the cold air. The shadowy figure remained still, its glowing eyes fixed on him. The hum of the station grew louder, filling the room with a strange vibration, like the heartbeat of the place itself. For a moment, time seemed to slow, and Alex felt the weight of the silence pressing down on him. Then the figure spoke again, but this time, the voice was calm, almost gentle. Do not fear. You are not alone. It was not just a sound, it was inside Alex's mind, a whisper that seemed to bypass his ears entirely. He took a cautious step closer, curiosity overcoming fear. The room changed as he moved. The walls, once bare metal, now shimmered faintly, reflecting memories that were not his own. Scenes of humans and strange creatures living together flashed across the walls, moments of cooperation, struggle, and survival. Alex stumbled back. Was this a vision? A memory? Or a warning? You are here because of the storm, the figure whispered. Outside, it is coming. Only together can we survive. Alex's eyes widened. Through the cracked window, he saw a distant glow on the planet below. The storm was massive, a swirling mass of lightning and wind, moving toward the station with terrifying speed. Alex hesitated. Share the bed? It sounded impossible. Yet the figure's presence was comforting in a strange way, like a warm light in the dark. He glanced at the single bed, neatly made, as if waiting for him. The shadows in the room seemed to bend toward it, guiding him. Suddenly, the figure moved. Slowly, deliberately, it extended a hand. Alex froze. The hand was not threatening, it was offering. Hesitantly, he reached out. The moment their hands touched, a warmth spread through him, and the visions on the walls faded. The storm outside roared louder, rattling the station, but inside, a calm energy filled the room. You must trust me, the figure said. Its voice carried a weight Alex could feel in his chest. The bed protects. It binds life. It is safe. Only together will you survive. Alex nodded, swallowing his fear. He stepped onto the bed. The moment his feet touched the mattress, the room seemed to shift. Shadows danced gently, not threatening now, but protective. A soft hum began from beneath the bed. The floor vibrated slightly, and a faint light glowed from the mattress itself. Alex could feel the storm outside battering the station, yet here, inside this strange connection, he felt an unusual safety. He looked at the figure. For the first time, it smiled, or at least, the curve of its shadow suggested one. Then, without warning, a hidden compartment slid open in the wall. Inside lay a small, metallic object pulsing with light. The figure whispered, "This is the key. But you must choose carefully." Alex's heart raced. The storm was near, the object glowed, and the figure waited patiently, eyes shining, as if the answer depended entirely on him. For a long moment, Alex stared, torn between fear and curiosity. The whispers continued, soft, persistent, and somehow inviting. Choose, trust, survive. The room held its breath. The metallic object pulsed softly in Alex's hands, a warm, steady glow against the cold shadows of the room. The storm outside screamed like a living thing, shaking the space station's walls, rattling the floor beneath him. Alex glanced at the figure sitting quietly on the bed, its glowing eyes fixed on him, unblinking, calm. "This is your choice," it whispered, and the voice resonated in his mind, as if urging him to understand. He studied the object. It was small, perfectly smooth, and unlike anything human-made. When he touched it, visions flickered across his mind: stars, planets, strange civilizations, and a safe place. A planet bathed in blue light, a home for survivors. Alex's heart raced. This could be the answer humanity had been searching for. The figure leaned closer. Its shadow stretched across the room, wrapping around him like a protective cloak. "Do not fear. Only together can you reach it. The storm will not wait." Alex felt a strange pull, a connection that went beyond words. The bed beneath him hummed softly, and he realized its purpose. It was not just a bed, it was a bridge, a bond between him and the alien, a shield against the storm. Lightning cracked across the sky outside. The station shuddered violently, and panels fell from the ceiling. Alex's pulse quickened. He looked at the figure. For a moment, its form shimmered, almost human, almost familiar. Then it spoke again: "Trust the bond. Share the path." Alex nodded, understanding. He placed the glowing object carefully on the bed. The moment it touched the mattress, a soft light spread across the room. The shadows ceased their restless movements and seemed to embrace him instead of threatening him. The storm outside continued to roar, but here, in the room, everything became still, as if time itself had slowed. The figure moved closer. Alex felt its presence inside his mind again, guiding, teaching, showing. The map within the object expanded into a holographic display, floating in the air. Star systems, routes, and a safe planet appeared, pulsating with welcoming light. Alex realized that this was not just a map, it was a lifeline, a new hope for humanity. Suddenly, the figure's form began to dissolve, turning into shimmering light. "You are ready," it whispered. Its voice faded, leaving only warmth and calm. Alex blinked, and the room was empty, just him, the glowing object, and the bed that still hummed softly beneath him. The storm outside began to fade, the winds dying down as if obeying an unseen force. Alex took a deep breath, feeling the strange bond still lingering within him. He looked at the holographic map. For the first time in years, hope burned in his chest. Humanity had a chance. He was not alone. A soft whisper echoed in the room, almost like a memory. You are not alone, human, never alone. Alex smiled, a mixture of relief and wonder. He lifted the glowing object carefully and prepared to follow the path it showed. The unknown waited, but now, he was ready. And somewhere in the silence, the memory of the figure lingered, a quiet guardian of hope, watching over him.